Hey listeners, are you ready to unlock your potential and build generational wealth? Join us at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit on October 24th at the National Harbor in Maryland. It's your chance to learn from top experts and take control of your future. Visit healthandwealthsummit2024.com to register today. Welcome to Nurses with Voices. I'm Dr. Lendra, your host and fellow nurse who's traded in burnout for breakthroughs. I'm here to show you how to transform your nursing career into one filled with purpose, reduced stress, and incredible opportunities. Whether you're looking to start your own business, build generational wealth, or simply find a healthier role in nursing, this podcast is for you. Join me to explore practical strategies to overcome burnout, combat bias, and chart new paths in nursing. It's time to reclaim your voice and reimagine your future in healthcare. Let's get started. Welcome back to another episode of Nurses with Voices. I'm Dr. Lendra, and I am here with Teresa Barrow. She will be live at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit on October 20th. And I'm excited to talk with her today about financial literacy.
Yes.
Because this is something that not many of us are, that we will admit we're not prepared as well as we think. Right? So would you agree?
I will admit, I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I am going to allow Teresa to introduce herself and talk a little bit about why she agreed to speak at the Health and Wealth Expo.
Well, as you say, a lot of people won't admit that they do have issues with their finances. Again, my name is Teresa Barrow, the CEO of Leg for Next Gen LLC, and a financial solution for everyday people is what we focus on because people won't admit they have problems. And our goal is to show them it's okay to have problems, and we have solutions, simple solutions that can help with everyday financial literacy issues.
I love that. And that's very profound, and it's very powerful because, to your point, I think when you start to talk about finances, people don't like to admit or sometimes people haven't really looked at what their finances look like. And it's not until something happens in their life that really impacts them financially is when they start to really understand and say, OMG, I wasn't ready or I wasn't prepared for this.
Well, when you look at Americans, we have a financial crisis right now. We keep talking about, the economy, but the number one issue in our economy is finances. People not understanding how to use their money, how to use their money to grow money, but not only that, just taking care of everyday needs. And if we look back at COVID, that awakened a lot of folks because one, folks were not prepared not to have jobs, not to have the money to take care of themselves, not to end up using credit card, creating more debt. One of the other things I saw is folks going into their 401ks, 403bs, their TSPs, and taking money out and not understanding the tax implications of using that money before reaching retirement age. So it's just a matter of helping folks understand the uses of money and also the various solutions that can help them grow their money and protect their lives at the same time.
This sounds so good.
Yes.
I can't wait until 2024 for this.
Yes.
So
it's going to be an exciting time. I'm looking forward to that.
I want you to share a little bit about what you're going to, it sounds like you kind of just did share a little bit about what you're going to be talking about. So can you share a little bit of your story and your background?
Well, a few years ago, I actually got into this industry simply as offering a gift to a friend. And I was at a conference, in fact, the Power Networking Conference. The CEO is Dr. George C. Frazier. And one of the themes of his conference was financial literacy, wealth building. And I said, oh, well, that sounds interesting. Here I am, 50-something, and I need to look at where am I going for my retirement. And sitting in a few sessions, I realized, you know what? There's something I really don't know about money. And there was a program called Lisa, which they were introducing at this conference, and this life insurance savings account. And it was really looking at women over 50 or women just finding themselves in a financial situation and not being prepared for that situation. So I said, oh, I want to teach financial literacy. One, as I teach it, I'll learn more myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got into the industry, I realized, oh, there's a lot more to this than I realized. So then it became my goal, and what I wanted to do when I transitioned from my current position is to teach financial literacy and help women understand and better position themselves for the future. If you really look at what's happening in our economy, women are making more and more money, but we're the ones who really don't understand money. Mm. So my goal is to help us understand how to use our money and how to keep our money, at the same time build wealth.
I can so relate to that. And I relate to that because being a nurse for over 20 years, mm-hmm. and prior to that 20 years, I mean, it's 22 plus years now. However, I had this epiphany a few years back. Before I reached my 20-year mark, stepping outside into the world of entrepreneurship, it was very enlightening. I have to say, especially when it comes to money. And we were never taught that. We were never taught what finances look like in from a healthcare perspective, and that's why I wanted to put together the Health and Wealth Expo with the target audience being healthcare professionals. Right. And it's not just for healthcare professionals, because as you mentioned, this information anyone can really benefit from the information. However, as a healthcare professional, you're taught how to care for patients, be compassionate. You're taught your clinical expertise, everything you need to know about nursing. However, the finance side is something that is skipped because you're not really there to learn finances, right? However, when it comes to, life outside of nursing or healthcare, you're not really that prepared.
I think if you look at various jobs across our economies, we are taught to work. Yes. For someone else. Yeah. We're taught to help build somebody else's wealth. So is it intentional that we don't have financial literacy? We learn to drive a car in high school, but we're not being taught how to understand money, how not to get into debt, how to grow our money. We're not taught those things. Right. But we go out and we spend money on a car, getting in debt. Yeah. And not quite understanding the implications of credit card debt. And you look across every industry, and if you're going out as a nurse, what do you do if you can't go in to do that job as a nurse? Do you have a backup plan? At 50, I realized, okay, you know what? In a few years, I'm going to be retiring. Do I have my finances in order? Do I have my retirement in order? And so many jobs today don't offer retirement plans. 401ks, 403bs, 557s, TSPs, IRAs, they're all becoming retirement plans. I was blessed that I end up with a pension that I will get when I leave my government position. But I realize in this industry, so many people will not, when they reach retirement age, be prepared and have the finances they need. And, we used to joke, and I still hear people joke about the Walmart greeter. Yeah. Why are older folks in Walmart greeting? Why do we have folks in McDonald's at 60, 70, 80s, working a job? Mm-hmm. Because they end up running out of money in retirement. So our goal with the Health and Wealth Expo is to show you how not to run out of money in your retirement.
Very good. I love it. And I think you just answered my final question, which was, why should people come to the Health and Wealth Expo?
To learn how to protect you and your money.
There you go. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
And I so look forward for what we're going to do at the Health and Wealth Expo.
We are really excited. Hope to see you there as well. Health and Wealth Summit 2024.com. If you have not registered as of yet, we really hope to see you there. It's going to be such a day of just enlightening workshops and conversations, discussion, networking.
Anytime we can learn from others, that's a network. We want to build our network.
It's community.
So that we build our net worth.
Exactly. So take heed. So until next time, thank you all for watching and thank you for listening. and I'll see you at the Health and Wealth Expo Live Summit.